Tournament match, Claudio versus Ricochet. Claudio's got 12 inches on the guy. He's got 80 pounds on the guy. And so it went a while. And lots of gymnastics. I don't know.
Did you hear the fans? The story of the match was the fans.
Well, they were chanting, what was it, bald forever at one point.
Well, it was all sorts of bald chants. At one point, they were just chanting, bald, 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 bald,
Yeah.
bald. But it evolved into that. Eventually, it was, bald. They were cheering one bald guy versus another bald guy. Then it was just all around cheering for baldness. But here's the member of the Death Riders. They like to ride death and they beat people up. They try to murder people at the pay-per-views. And Ricochet, WWE superstar, here to prove himself.
What, 2 months now it's been, right? Has it been longer? Ricochet. How long's he been there? When did he debut?
If it's 3 months, that's the very top. It's somewhere in that range, yeah.
So already he's one of the boys. He's doing gymnastics. Who gives a shit? Everybody else there does there too. He stood out in WWE because not as many people were doing that stuff.
Not as many people were bald.
And there you go. And Claudio, he's there now. But it was a match, and finally Claudio dropped Ricochet crotch first on the guardrail around the ring, and Ricochet crawled in, and Claudio clotheslined him and beat him 1, 2, 3. So now they've given up on Ricochet, just beat him flat by a guy that
it's a tournament. It's a tournament. He'll get a couple wins back from someone else.
Well, but give the guy some type of make the heel cheat for once. I know somebody's going to say, well, dropping him on the fucking rail crotch first is cheating, but the referee saw it. They were outside the ring with the referee staring at him, so it's not like they can't figure out how to cheat a babyface where you feel like that the guy got cheated.
And again, this came off Marina Shafir killing Jay White. They went right into this match, and the fans were more interested in the follicle challenges of the two wrestlers.
The folliculi.
I mean, it says something when the fans care more about popping themselves than they do about anything happening in the ring.
Well, that's it, that they were keeping themselves occupied because, they were like, what are we watching here? It's their fans are going because of maybe not habit, maybe just a feeling that they ought to. They're coming live to town. Are they going ironically, as the kids say? Because since the primary AEW fans are people who watch wrestling ironically, wanting to laugh at it, not wanting it to be serious, not wanting it to be realistic, but just want it to be a clown show, are they now coming to laugh at the clown show rather than with the clown show?
And by the way, you asked earlier, according to WrestleTix, 4,709 tickets distributed.
In Chicago.
Previous time there was July for Dynamite, 5,291 tickets distributed.
And the Thanksgiving show in Chicago. But we did again, Crockett, Thanksgiving in at Starrcade 87, 10,000 people sold out the UIC Pavilion.
See, I think that's, it's funny you bring that up. I think a lot of AEW is becoming like a steady Starrcade 87 kind of feeling. Like, the Road Warriors lost and there's no good reason. I can't explain any of this. Why do I like this? What's happening? What is happening with this company right
now? Yeah, there you go.
I mean, just that feeling of like things that shouldn't happen. And, AEW, it feels like, is getting to a point where they're constantly snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.